In this video we will talk about the benefits and harms of tomatoes for the human body and give a scientific justification for each point. We will pay special attention to its anti-cancer properties. This material is informational in nature. Be sure to consult with your physician. History of the tomato. The tomato originated in South America and, thanks to the Spanish conquistadors, spread to Europe, Asia, and around the globe. The first domesticated tomatoes had small yellow fruits no larger than modern cherry tomatoes. It was these tomatoes that were brought to Europe by Columbus or Cortez. Historians still have not figured out who exactly should be thanked for the appearance of these vegetables. The first written mention of tomatoes in European sources dates back to 1544. In the 17th century, tomatoes found their niche in the Mediterranean cuisine and were especially favorite in Spain. However, until the 18th century, tomatoes were exclusively ornamental plants in many European countries. Today there are about 7,500 varieties of tomatoes in the world. The tomato is a fruit of the nightshade family, which also includes the potato and eggplant. Although it is referred to as a vegetable in cooking, the tomato is actually, botanically speaking, a fruit. The tomato is about 95% water, and the remaining 5% is carbohydrates and fiber. Benefits of tomatoes. Usually, when it comes to the benefits of the product, it is assumed that the therapeutic effect is achieved when consumed fresh. In the case of tomatoes, this is not quite so. Even canned fruits are useful. For example, green tomatoes when pickled without vinegar retain almost all the vitamins, acids, and antioxidants that are contained in fresh fruits. Tomatoes are also useful in cooked form. Frequent consumption of tomato juice reduces the risk of thrombosis, intestinal obstruction, varicose veins, and improves overall health. If you consume fresh tomatoes, remember that they digest better and faster with vegetable oil. In 2017, the University of Illinois, based on a study involving 700,000 subjects, found that lycopene, which is abundant in tomatoes, reduces the risk of cancer. Another study confirmed the benefit of lycopene in another human disease, renal cell carcinoma. In addition, there are numerous studies claiming that lycopene acts on cataracts and even macular degeneration of the retina. This disease is common in the elderly and results in the death of nerve cells in the retina. A few tomatoes a day will help you get the dose of lycopene you need. It is better to eat red tomatoes, which contain more of this substance, then it is better to consume them in the form of tomato paste or juices, in which the amount of lycopene increases from 7 to 13 to 14 milligrams. Organic acids and fiber contained in tomatoes have a positive effect on the gastrointestinal tract. They enhance the production of enzymes and remove stagnant bile. In addition, fiber regulates cholesterol levels, heart function, the work of the heart, normalizes the content of potassium, which is a lot in tomatoes. Tomatoes also contain potassium, which is useful for raising blood pressure and preventing cardiovascular disease. It reduces blood pressure. Chlorogenic acid and beta-carotene are natural immunostimulants that increase the body's immune potential, strengthen mucous membranes, and protect the body from disease. Tomatoes contain large amounts of vitamin A and vitamin K, as well as significant amounts of B vitamins, folic acid, and thiamine. One tomato provides about 40% of the daily vitamin C requirement. Tomatoes are also a good source of iron, potassium, manganese, magnesium, phosphorus, and copper. Especially important is the presence of a number of organic compounds in tomatoes, such as lycopene, the pigment responsible for the bright color of these fruits. We have already mentioned it. Immunity boosting. Tomatoes are a source of phytoncides and vitamin C, which have antibacterial and anti-inflammatory properties. This helps the body to resist viral infections. When metabolic processes are disturbed, you should drink fresh tomato juice, which contains a double portion of useful elements. Removal of toxic substances from the body. Tomatoes remove toxins and toxins from chronic diseases. Tomatoes are especially useful for smokers and those who have recently quit smoking. Caffeic and linoleic acids break down nicotine tar, remove it from the lungs, and get rid of dark plaque on the teeth. Increase in hemoglobin content in the blood. Regular consumption of tomatoes has a positive effect on blood composition. Ripe tomato fruits contain iron 0.9 mg per 100 g of tomatoes, which promotes hematopoiesis. Stress resistance. B vitamins in tomatoes control the nervous system, relieving irritability and depression. Serotonin, the hormone of joy, improves mood and helps to cope with increased psychological stress. Lowering cholesterol levels. Tomatoes are indicated for consumption in diabetes and atherosclerosis because they regulate the amount of cholesterol in the blood. The therapeutic effect is possible due to the pectinus contained in tomatoes. Improvement of the work of the genitourinary system. Folic acid contained in tomato normalizes water-salt metabolism. Thanks to a slight diuretic effect, excess fluid is removed from the body. As a result, swelling of the extremities disappears. For mature men, a plus from the regular consumption of tomatoes will reduce the likelihood of impotence. The carotenoid lycopene is a powerful antioxidant that can prevent free radical damage to body systems. Lycopene stops the oxidation of lipids in the blood serum, thereby protecting against cardiovascular diseases. Regular consumption of tomatoes or tomato juice can lower the levels of bad cholesterol and triglycerides in the blood. These are the main culprits of cardiovascular disease. For many years, studies have been conducted on the effects of lycopene on men's health. It turned out that this substance is able to reduce the risk of prostate adenoma and prostate cancer. Tomatoes are good for the heart due to the combination of iron, potassium and vitamins. Iron, potassium and vitamins help to maintain normal blood circulation, normalize blood pressure and blood quality. Potassium is able to reduce the tension in the blood vessels and arteries, thereby increasing blood circulation and reducing the strain on the heart. Vitamin K, among other things, is essential for blood clotting and fighting bleeding. Vitamin A, found in tomatoes in large quantities, helps improve vision and prevent night blindness. Vision problems can occur due to the negative effects of free radicals, but vitamin A can help in this case as well. Being a powerful antioxidant, it saves cells from being destroyed. Tomatoes are also essential for intestinal health because they contain a lot of fiber. They are able to keep the digestive system healthy. They stimulate the peristaltic movements of the smooth muscles of the digestive tract and the secretion of gastric and digestive juices. This improves the overall health of the digestive system and protects against health problems. Tomatoes help in maintaining healthy skin. Tomato juice is known to cure severe sunburns. Daily consumption of tomatoes allows you to protect the skin from the harmful effects of ultraviolet rays, has a rejuvenating effect, stimulates the production of collagen. Anti-cancer properties of tomatoes for humans have been confirmed by numerous studies. Fruits create a powerful anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effect, and also provide prevention of various serious diseases. Many forms of cancer begin to develop as a result of chronic stress and inflammation, and tomatoes prevent their development. Useful properties of tomatoes for humans are not exhausted by the above effects. Due to the content of many nutrients, tomatoes are recommended for various diagnoses, including obesity and metabolic syndrome, as well as neurological disorders. Tomatoes are rich in the antioxidant lycopene, regular consumption of which reduces the risk of prostate cancer in men. Scientists agree that a unique oncoprotective substance called alpha-tomatine not only prevents, but is also able to fight already existing cancer cells. Tomatoes are harmful. Tomatoes are usually well tolerated and allergies to them are very rare. People who are allergic to grass pollen are more likely to be allergic to tomatoes. It is expressed in approximately the same way: itching in the mouth, swelling of the mouth or throat. However, the leaves of the tomato vine are poisonous and should not be eaten. They can cause severe irritation of the mouth and throat, vomiting, diarrhea, dizziness, headache, mild seizures and even death. Lycopene is safe in most cases, but should be consumed with caution by people with peptic ulcers and other gastrointestinal conditions. Lycopene should also be avoided by people with blood clotting disorders and be aware that it can cause low blood pressure. Tomatoes contain malic and citric acids and can cause excessive production of gastric juice, which can lead to acid buildup in the esophagus and heartburn. Thus, tomatoes can cause acid reflux symptoms. Tomatoes also contain oxalates, salts and esters of oxalic acid. They can provoke the formation of kidney stones. Therefore, people with such problems should not eat a lot of tomatoes. And the story that the skin of tomatoes is very harmful to health and sticks to the walls of the intestine, this is just a myth. By the way, lose weight on tomatoes will not work. They are, of course, low calorie on average 18 kilocalories per 100 grams and 95% consist of water. But some people are able to cause blood sugar spikes, so lose weight due to this will be problematic. In addition, tomatoes contain a lot of salt, which stimulates appetite. And what useful and harmful properties of tomatoes do you know? Write in the comments, we will all be very interesting. Subscribe to our channel, put a like and watch these videos.